As we reported yesterday, Pope Francis has published an update to his 2015 papal letter on caring for the planet. The new document is the second part of Laudato Si. It warns of grave consequences if humanity continues to ignore threats to the planet. The Holy Father says that we are close to the breaking point. EWTN Vatican News Correspondent Colm Flynn has more.
Good evening, Tracy. The world in which we live is collapsing and may be nearing the breaking point. That was from Pope Francis, issuing a stark warning about climate change. It came from a letter entitled in Latin, Laudato Deum, meaning praise God. And in it, the Pope stresses, quote, grave consequences if humanity continues to ignore the threat of climate change. This is an update to the encyclical he released 8 years ago called Laudato Si, which was about the environment and our responsibility towards it. And in this new, much shorter companion reflection, the Pope says that, quote, our responses have not been adequate to address ongoing ecological concerns. He said climate change is one of the principal challenges facing society and the global community, adding that its effects are felt by the most vulnerable people in the world and that this was no longer an ideological issue. He talked about increasing heat waves, polar ice caps melting, saying that it was going to lead again to grave consequences for everyone. He also seemed to take target at those who question the science and agendas behind some of the climate change movements, writing, quote, it is no longer possible to doubt the human origin of climate change, saying that those who did not take action were, quote, irresponsible. The Pope reminds the Catholic faithful to remember the beauty and importance of God's creation, referencing the Old Testament and the Bible, and that, quote, God has united us to all his creatures. He adds at the end the stark warning again that if we lose touch with God's creation or even claim that we can replace God, there would be catastrophic consequences. That's what Pope Francis said. He also took square aim at the United States, noting that per capita emissions in America, they're twice as high as China and 7 times greater than the average in poorer countries. This release of the letter from Pope Francis comes just 1 month before the next round of UN climate talks in Dubai. In Rome, Colm Flynn for EWTN News Nightly.